A grisly political murder in the heart of Chennai has triggered a debate around the hypocrisy on Dalit rights amongst political parties. The man who was killed right next to his house was BSP's Tamil Nadu chief, K. Armstrong. His killers used knives and machetes to eliminate him. As we speak, hundreds are now walking along his funeral procession, giving one a sense of his mass appeal and people's connect, especially amongst the Dalit community in Tamil Nadu. He will be buried in Pottur village. Armstrong's party chief Mayawati today flew down from Lucknow to Chennai to pay her final tributes to the leader. She took on TMK chief and Tamil Nadu chief minister M.K. Stalin over state's crumbling law and order situation and also demanded a CBI investigation.
जिस तरीके से हमारे स्टेट के प्रेसिडेंट की हत्या की गई है उनके घर के बाहर, तो उससे ऐसा लगता है कि आपके तमिलनाडु स्टेट में कानून व्यवस्था नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है। इतना ही नहीं, मुझे ये भी मालूम हुआ कि जिन्होंने हत्या की है अभी तक वो असली जो अपराधी है वो पकड़े नहीं गए हैं। केवल खाना पूर्ति के लिए कुछ कर लिए हैं, असली अपराधी अब नहीं पकड़े गए हैं। स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को बहुत गंभीर होना चाहिए।
Now, while Mayawati has demanded a central agency's investigation, the Chennai police have ruled out any political angle and said that they are suspecting the role of aides of another murdered gangster, Arcot Suresh, in the murder. The police have hinted at personal enmity angle, but it is DMK's own ally, the Congress in the state, that has questioned this line of investigation. As per Congress MP from Sivaganga, Karti Chidambaram, looking at this case from the prism of personal enmity as a one-off instance is misreading the ground situation. He said contract killing cannot be ignored and also added that systemic neglect of North Chennai is a precipitating factor of such crimes. On the other hand, it's leaders of the BJP that are questioning both DMK and the Congress over their so-called crusade for Dalits. BJP is asking Rahul Gandhi and M.K. Stalin, why have they chosen to not visit K. Armstrong's family?
A daily one political murder is happening. Where is law and order? We have to search the law and order. Where is CM first? I'm asking one political leader. He is the chief of one of the national party. He is the state president. Why didn't the chief minister come and pay homage? So this itself shows there is some problem with him. And I'm asking, they are telling, now it's of the officers are telling it's not a political murder. Who knows? How can you come to a conclusion like that? Brutally killed like anything, a small child, seeing that 1-year-old child, it's really disheartening to see that child. What is happening in Tamil Nadu? It's not a natural death.
Preliminary investigation, 8 plus 3, 11 people arrested by city police. So is there real culprit or not, we don't know. But family members, BSP party cadres strongly believe somebody is beyond this murder. That investigation going on, investigation officers should tell the people, they bring the truth to the people. This is our demand.
All right, so amidst this raging politics over the murder, now we are several questions that are being asked. To answer those, we are now joined by Tom Vadakkan of the BJP. He's the national spokesperson. Welcome to the broadcast, sir. And Ramasubramanian, a political analyst, is also joining us. Mr. Vadakkan, now the DMK is saying that there is a crime that has taken place, but we have also taken action. 11 people so far have been arrested already. What does then make opposition believe that the actual culprits are still free, like what Mayawati also repeated today?
Well, Priya, the ground reality is very clear. This is clearly a contract killing. Now, 11 people conspiring to kill one person seems a little out of tune. I mean, so this is basically a planned, clinically planned murder, which is essentially part of the political scenario there. And Mayawati ji is right in asking for a CBI inquiry, because I think the Chennai police will not be able to investigate properly because there is going to be political pressure. Now, the whole issue is they are trying to convert it into a gangster war. This is purely a diversionary technique. The leadership there has to also look at their own leaders. For example, the words that they used for Sanatan Dharam to be liquidated, to be, terminated. This is the language that they use in their conversation. So if this is the rule, that the jungle rule that they are using in Tamil Nadu, I think the matter is for serious consideration. And then the partners in Delhi, the Congress party, is looking the other way. They are not even visiting that place. The Chief Minister has not gone there. That indicates there is somewhere something is missing. And the missing link is obviously political. And that's why we notice the kind of silence coming in from the leadership in Tamil Nadu and from Delhi.
Mr. Ramasubramanian, is this silence warranted?
Absolutely, there is no silence at all. Since yesterday, there are views expressed by the police department. I think we should go by what the police says. We cannot, investigate through media interviews. It is the police which has got the prime responsibility to find out who is the culprit. And they have said it appears that it is not arising out of political vendetta. There seems to be some political personal vendetta. That is what today's paper, especially Tamil Nadu paper, are mentioning in the background of Mr. Armstrong and the earlier problems and all that. So there seems to be, as you mentioned earlier, there is one Arcad Suresh, and he was murdered. And the connection is with Mr. Armstrong. That is what the information that goes on. So his brother, he lost his brother, one Mr. Balu. He lost his brother Suresh, and his wife has also deserted him because there is a threat to his life, Balu's life. So his wife has also deserted him. So when he was terribly, it appears, he was terribly shattered on account of these developments. Hence, it appears he has taken the decision.
But sir, please correct me if I'm wrong. So far, there is no evidence that has emerged. The police official who you are quoting also gave a bite saying that we have been told that this could be the case. Do you think it is slightly premature to come out with statements like this where you completely negate one particular angle? In this case, it is the political rivalry angle, especially for a leader who happens to head a party in the state.
No, I don't deny that. He was the head of BSP in Tamil Nadu. There is no doubt about it. But at the same time, the gang rivalries should also not be ignored. That's what I'm saying. That is what the police says. Let me finish. That is the initial reaction from the police. They have set up 10 units to thoroughly investigate the murder matter. So let us wait. We cannot jump to conclusion that everything.
That's fine.
This is how it can be connected with the Sanatan Dharma.
No.
Is there anything?
We did not.
No,
nobody is connecting it to, at least nobody is connecting it to Sanatan Dharma. And I agree with you that we'll wait for the police to investigate and come out with whatever the truth of the matter is. But if somebody who's as prominent as K. Armstrong, which is visible in the kind of support that has come out on the streets as his funeral procession takes place, it is on even as we speak right now, does it not merit the leaders of the party to go and attend the funeral procession? Police is speaking, yes, but simple condolence?
No. Condolences are the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has already condoled. He has put it on the X channel. So he has.
I'm sorry, sir. So far, we haven't been able to spot any prominent DMK leader in the funeral procession.
No, Mr.
It's a 20-kilometer long procession.
No. Please understand. Mr. Stalin yesterday itself has conveyed his condolences to the bereaved family. And he also mentioned that he was terribly shattered over the murder of the BSP leader. So there is no two opinions
Right.
about it.
So,
He has already mentioned
Mr.
it.
Vadakkan, the state has done
no,
what is appropriate at this stage.
One minute.
Sir, let me get an answer to this and you can continue with the second point. Let's get the answer to these questions. So the point of state trying to undermine the situation or ignoring this case is absolutely not made out against the government.
Well, I'm not connecting anything what this gentleman was saying. There's a planted cock and bull story ready for trying to say and, give exit path to the political leaders here. There has been a series of serial killing. Congress district president killed in broad daylight. AIADMK district leader, broad daylight. All this is happening in China. And there's gang war going on. This gentleman who's supposed to be an analyst, what kind of gang war is this? That political leaders are attacked, terminally finished, and you say, well, this is, what happens in Tamil Nadu is all connected with gang war. If you can't control the gang war, please quit. You have Mayawati ji coming all the way from Lucknow to pay her respects. Can the chief minister not move out of his palace and come and give...
No, or any of his ministers. Any of his ministers. It's just a simple thing about sending a message. And when we talk about sending a message, Mr. Ramasubramanian, these are the very same parties that speak at top of their voices in the parliament, outside the parliament. They say that we are the flag bearers of justice for Dalit community. Now, when such a prominent leader has been brutally hacked, does it not make sense for them to also show the same kind of solidarity?
How do you say that they have not mentioned anything about the murder? As I just now mentioned, the most important person for Tamil Nadu.
I'm not talking about mentioning.
No.
What the same DMK leaders do in the national capital, same Congress leader do in the national capital. Is it not fair to expect them to express same kind of outrage and support in their backyard as well?
Exactly. The same thing has been conveyed by the chief minister, who is number one of the state. He has already conveyed his condolences. He has conveyed his deepest grief over these developments, and he has also mentioned that the people who have resorted to this murder would definitely be taken to task, and they will be brought before the legal courts. That's what assurance. That's what he has conveyed. What more do you want? Just because when he physically comes.
Mr. Vadakkan, what more do you want?
I don't want anything. There's a human nature demands that the chief minister goes to the funeral, meets the family. No, he just sent a worded 3-liner saying that, well, it's condolence. Here's Mayawati ji coming from Lucknow to pay her respects to a leader. This is a national party president. Who is safe in Chennai, Mr. Ramaswamy? Tell me. Gang war.
We leave it to the people to decide. We leave it to the people to decide who they want to trust and take on their word. But we've run out of time completely right now. We take a very quick break. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.